Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of my videos. In today's video I'm going to create a new OC. I've said several times to stop creating OCs because I have too many and here I am creating yet another one. Well, let's get to the video. I'll see you there. As I said, I will be creating a new character today. He will be part of the universe of my OCs Lucifer, Alfred and Oliver, which is more of a fantasy universe, so to say, with creatures based on myths and legends. The first time I thought about this character, it was about a month ago or so. Out of the blue, I decided that I needed a character with tanned skin and white hair, though until now I didn't get to work on him for lack of ideas. All I knew back then was that he would look, as I said before, plus him having a snake tattoo on the right side of his neck. And also his color scheme would have been red and black, which obviously I changed because I have way too many characters with such a color scheme. The very first time I did sketch him, he looked quite different than the second time I did draw him. It was traditionally in my sketchbook, and I think I showed him. And there I pretty much changed him already, and that ended up being his final look, which obviously needed a bit more fleshing, but I was there already and I'm quite happy with his overall looks. My original idea for him was to be a wizard, though he isn't on the good guy side, but if evil, why hot though? Okay, that was lame. Anyway, I thought of him having some sort of contract with a demon, and obviously with that I went to do my demonology research. Too bad I can't find an Ars Goetia book to buy yet. That would be helpful for me. And also I really like such books. Even though it's a fantasy world, I didn't give a nationality yet to this OC. Though for a moment I thought it could be Italian, since I never had an Italian OC, but Italian names kinda irk me. I don't know, they are lame. And I can't find one that will be fitting, non-mainstream, and also easy for others to pronounce as well, which is going to be quite the problem. His nationality was also what kept me from working on him, but then I found a fitting demon, Amon. The fact that I couldn't find a nationality for him was also what kept me from working on him, but then I found a fitting demon, Amon, and I ended up inspired. I needed something related to snakes, and I researched every single kind of myth, legend, religion, everything. But the description of this demon was quite fitting and also made me decide to make this OC a necromancer too instead of a simple wizard. And also I've ended up planning a wall comic that I already kind of sketched, roughly, about the moment they make a contract. I won't spoil anything because it's going to be in a future video. I will be sketching that comic soon, slowly, because it ended up having, I think, 7-8 pages, but I need to plan it a little bit more, a lot, because it's quite all over the place, literally, and I will show you what I mean as all over the place once I will show the planning on the video. It's quite crazy, believe me. As you can see, I keep calling this OC, he or him, because I actually don't have a name for him yet. As I said, I don't have a nationality decided, so the name comes with that, obviously. And I will see. I'm not sure because I need to find something somewhere where dark skin fits, obviously. I also thought of making him Indian, but I don't know, I'm scared of adventuring into religions, tradition that I'm not really familiar with. And you know, I don't want to get people mad. That scares me quite a lot. I know I could look online, but I'm scared also because not everything online is right. After all, there are mistakes also there. And or there won't be deepest information about something. But I will see in the future. It's still a work in progress for his nationality anyway. I hope to find a name and a nationality soon. For now, we will refer to him as Mr. Necromancer or Mr. Wizard, whichever you prefer. Anyway, as I said in the last video, he is actually my first character with an eye patch. I don't know why I've never used it before, to be honest. This was the first time I said, to be honest. Good. Color scheme wise, I at first wanted to use black, purples, blue and silver, but as you will be seeing once I will color this, I ended up changing it to a little instead. I know you can hear my chair squeak. I can't help it. One day I will be able to buy a new one, I hope. Hopefully I will be able to get some commissions, or perhaps things on YouTube will magically go better for me. I don't know, we will see in the future. But anyway, let me explain his design choices a little bit. I did want him to look kind of elegant, yet I didn't want to use a plain seat, and it would be quite boring in my opinion. I did see around some seats, jackets that had two colors, which inspired me, and also were kept closed by some sort of belt, and I did like the idea of that. As for the pants, you could see that I did struggle a lot with finding a right model that would fit him. Also, after I finally found a form that I like for him, I struggled a little to find an interesting detail for the ending rim bottom of his pants. I don't know how to call that. As you can see right now, I'm struggling because every idea I had didn't work on canvas. Until this one moment, I finally found something that I liked. The butterfly motif I added, right now I'm adding, came out randomly actually, as I first added the lower swirly thingies. Then after looking at them for a bit, I noticed that they could look like the bottom of butterflies' wings, and so they came to be, just like that. Currently I'm in a butterfly mood because it's the second time in a row that I make a video with butterflies. But anyway, butterflies are apparently a symbol of rebirth and change, but are also associated with the soul and grave sites in a way. Though I can't find where I was reading this all again, so I have to go back to my research once again and try to find all the information that I did gather back then. As for the shoes, I think I saw something similar on Pinterest while browsing and looking for some ideas for the pants, but pretty much created them from scratch, so to say. I've just gotten inspired by the double color because I saw a pair of, I think, something similar to the Oxford shoes, and yeah, this is what came out and I like it. Usually before creating a new character I spend some time browsing Pinterest for various ideas and getting lost and distracted, obviously. Then I plaster everything together, but for him pretty much everything came from my mind. Obviously some ideas are the byproduct of clothes and accessories I've seen online, but pretty much I've created everything from scratch, so to say. As you can see, I'm drawing him in more poses. Here I wanted to show the back of his button-up shirt, as once again I didn't want something plain for it, so I did opt for an open back one. Also, I didn't notice I was recording way too high compared to my tablet until now. For next time, if I will use the same method of recording, I will make sure to be more zoomed out also than lower. And I will make sure that I'm recording the whole tablet, and to be honest, my tablet is 13 inches, so it's quite small and it looks like my hand is ginormous, but I have smaller hands, and so next time I will zoom out and record more wide so it looks a little better. For this next pose, instead, I wanted to show him in his demonic form, more or less, or more like Amon taking over in a way, even though it's like a body with two people, two minds, a system. I don't know how to really explain that because I didn't flesh out this overall thing yet. Anyway, here I wanted to show his eye that's hidden under the eye patch, which has a black cornea and a red iris. While he can have the horn disappear, the eye is something that will stay forever. So if he wants to hide the fact that he is some sort of half demon, even though it's not really that, then he has to cover it with his eye patch. I have also an idea for a future illustration still regarding this character. It's something kinda dark. Mostly the lighting is dark, the setting is nothing too gory because I don't really draw such things, even though I would love to try and perhaps adventure on that route as well. But as usual, I digress. I don't know when I will draw such an idea because I still don't know which medium to use, digital, traditional, markers, inking, but I will have to remember to note this pose in my sketchbook, as I'm doing often lately, and perhaps I can use this in the future. At least here I'm seeing that I'm recording from the right view and I'm recording the whole tablet, finally. It's about time. Now it's time for the shading of the drawing. I will only do that for the full body though. I didn't record the moment I was looking for the right color scheme for this character, as it actually took me about an hour and a half to find the right combination. Everything had something that looked off. And so now, instead of the purple and blue palette with silver, we have a white purple with gold instead, which looks quite pretty in my opinion. The only blue I left was for the natural color of his eyes, and I think also his hair has a blue undertone, but I'm not sure quite yet in this moment, as I don't really remember. I talk like I did finish this drawing a month ago, instead it was last night, but my memory at times sucks. I'm noticing how the colors look more saturated on video, and on the camera they look at the same actually. I think it's because phones tend to make pictures more vivid, and I tried to make it less saturated with some settings, but I couldn't do much, sadly. I really need to lose my bad habit to zoom in and out so often while I draw, as it becomes annoying, mostly during the speed paints, time lapses, whatever you want to call this, because it becomes quite fast and it feels like could give someone nausea. I don't know. I tend to do this so often because I want to check if the anatomy or the shading looks right. Yet I forget that I have another window with the same drawing on one of my screens open. I should perhaps open more and zoom in on various details to make it better for me and also better for when I'm recording as well. Anyway, as you can see, I left the drawing as a sketch. I just changed the layer mode to multiply, and once I will be done with the shading of the wall drawing, I will simply merge everything and fix the various lines and coloring. It makes the whole process way more fun for me, and also I can avoid the boring part of doing the line work, which is quite tedious in my opinion, I must say. Usually I'd clean the sketch more before coloring, but for me it doesn't really change much, as it takes about the same time as to do this after as well. But anyway, for this video, I first planned something different that I will use in the next one, which is another fan art. Actually, I have two, though one I like more than the other. Maybe the one I did before as first I will revisit, maybe, I will see. Anyway, I instead ended up working on this character because I got quite inspired. It was the mighty inspiration that I couldn't ignore. Instead, the next fan art is something that is really relatable for me, and I guess for a lot of people. I just gonna say that it's from a song, and I leave it here because there's only one song that, at least in my feeds on Twitter, it became quite viral for a day. After the one fan art, I don't know if I will be trying and design another character, which I have to do, and it's going to be an angel, and I've already kinda designed it, but not yet because I'm not satisfied at all. But I also want to make a new PNG tuber sprite, and also want to start and work on Live 2D and the VTuber model for my character. And I don't know, I want to do so many things as so little time. I also have to do stuff around the house, and I hate that. That's so dreadful. I cannot. Anyway, as you can see, I'm done shading, and now I'm fixing all the lines after merging everything. It's quite fun as a process. At least for me, I love this new method of coloring. It's quite simple and it works best with Chelsea. I cannot say this. Cel shading. I don't know this word. I cannot say that. I really don't know how people can do short videos, but then keep the speed on normal. I really don't know how, because perhaps I do way more things when I color compared to others. I maybe more details. So I really can't explain that, but I'm not mad. Anyway, here I add the last details and then the finished drawing. I really love the outcome of this one design. I should perhaps revisit some of my old dossiers as well. Anyway, the video has come to an end even today. I thank you for sticking with me. Leave a like to help me with the algorithm, which will mean a whole lot for me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!